Hi, I'm Lane,
And I'm David.
and today we're going to be doing a Q&A so that you all can get to know us and our farm a little better. Nancy, almost do it. What are you doing? You guys don't even want to see all these outtakes and bloopers. They're horrible. Today we're sitting out on the farm enjoying this beautiful day. It feels awesome out here. The humidity's finally gone and it's starting to feel like fall. We've had a page on Facebook called Stepping Back in Time Kentucky since 2013, and we've documented there a lot of things that we've done along the way, from buying a farm and then selling that farm and moving back home, and building shelters and raising goats and hatching off baby chicks and all of the new homesteading adventures that we've always longed to do. And so now we're actually doing the YouTube channel so that we can have a video documentary of, everything that we're doing on our new land.
I got started out farming with my grandparents, helping them around the garden, on the farm, cutting hay, cattle. And then once we got married, I started gardening.
And I hated it. I honestly did.
I slowly, over the years, won her over.
The reasons why I really didn't enjoy gardening when we first started out is because it was so labor intensive. We had a huge garden and it was me and him, and it was really hard to keep up with it until we started doing the hay mulch method.
With the hay mulch, we would layer it out in between all of our rows and around our plants once they growed up, about 3-4 inches deep, and then as it broke down, we'd add a little more to it. Then any kind of weeds that popped up here and there, you could easily pull them up, lay them right back down top of the hay, and turn it into mulch itself. And everything started to grow so much faster, so much greener, just producing a whole lot more.
The hay mulch itself not only kept moisture in the garden when it was really hot in the summer, it also broke down and added compost, like organic matter, so it helped build up the soil even better. So how did we get into homesteading?
1 chicken, 2 chicken, 3 chicken, goat.
Legit, true story. We started out with a couple chickens in our backyard. Every time we go to the feed store, I would sneak over to the Mother Earth news magazines, and I would just daydream and drool and be like, I want a farm. I want land I call my own, and we want a place where we can grow all the food and produce what we need. Starting out, we lived on 1 acre, and it was mostly hillside. There was literally no room to do anything. We had a bunch of chickens, and we ended up with, 4 or 5 goats?
We started out with 6 goats.
6 goats.
Quickly grew.
Quickly turned to 24. So we knew that we needed room. We needed space to grow, not only for our herds and to be able to have a garden of our own, because we were just using land across the road that was his dad's to grow our garden on. But eventually we found a farm that was 20 minutes away that was pretty much paradise to us for a while. The first time we ever even stepped foot on that piece of land, we absolutely fell in love. We didn't want to leave. That felt like home to us.
Day one, we found a nice spring coming out of a rock cliff, which we was able to pipe into, and it run year-round, non-stop, just gravity fed.
And to this day, I still miss that water. I crave it. I would love to go back and be like, can we just get water off of your farm now? We had a lot of goat babies that were born there, and chickens that were hatched off, and that was our kickstart. That was the first time we had a piece of land that was our own, and we had a place to call our home.
Yeah, we lived there off-grid for a year and a half. We had our solar panels, batteries, our spring water.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
That's the only time that we've had that sense of peace. And that's a big reason why now we're trying to get back to that on our new property.
Yeah.
We miss it.
Since then, we've went through different life changes where we had to move back to our old home place. Mm-hmm. But we have a new 8 acres we're trying to get into, get established on.
Which you guys have seen a little bit of from some of the videos that we've posted. So what are some of your goals for our new homestead?
Get to where we are debt-free.
Yes, we want to pay off the farm.
Get us a nice big garden established, using the mulching it all in method. That way we got to do the till and the hoeing and plow.
So the back to Eden, what we're going to be moving towards. One of my big goals is to get a house built. Right now we have a camper down here and it's not exactly livable at the moment, so it's going to need some work. But eventually we plan on building a tiny house that we can add on to as we need extra space when we start our family.
I'd like to get a shop big enough to build, small buildings and other tiny houses to sell out of.
So other than homesteading, what are some of the things that we do?
We have a construction company, do a little bit of everything: additions, roofing, decks, pool
Fence
decks,
jobs.
fence jobs. Just basically whatever comes along.
And I am a writer. I have several books out so far. They're Christian-themed romance novels or love stories. And the first one's called The Christmas Cabin. And the second one that I have out is called Fleeting Embers. And it's a continuation of the storyline from book number 1. But I also have several more that I'm working on still that are going to be released hopefully soon. And you like to hunt.
I like to hunt. We have small acreage here, but I've still got decent deer traffic from neighboring areas.
We'll add in a picture of the guy we got last fall. It's pretty awesome. We also like to kayak and fish and craft things.
We raise our honeybees so we can harvest the honey and the wax to make our lip balms and different tinctures and cough syrups, and just use the honey in general for cooking and eating.
One of my favorite things to do in the winter is to take sassafras and cinnamon and honey, and you boil it all down and you make a hot tea, and it literally smells like Christmas.
We also do a lot of hunting, foraging for wild medicinals. We gather mushrooms in the spring a lot, and then in the fall there's also several other kinds that we gather for eating, storing.
In January and February we tried to do maple syrup, but last year we kind of missed the mark on it. We didn't have a good season for it.
Yeah, the temperature fluctuations didn't fluctuate up and down enough below freezing and warm.